Yeah, I apologize for that confusion there. My name is Shamrat Sarkar. I'm representing the Westridge Civic Association, which is part of the Westridge neighborhood in Houston. As a resident of Westridge, my neighbors and I have been waiting 13 years now for the city to update our 1940s and 50s streets, drainage and sidewalks, and lighting. In 2010, as part of then Mayor Anise Parker's Rebuild Houston campaign, Westridge, along with the adjoining neighborhoods, were on the worst first list of neighborhoods needing immediate updating. The adjoining neighborhoods were completed in 2013 and 2014, but Westridge, which was part of the last phase, was never completed. The city promised to come back in 2014 to complete it, but didn't. Instead, a new CIP was created in 2016 with a project update in 2017 with the express purpose of upgrading the streets, the drainage, and the sidewalks and the lighting. Somehow in 2022, the CIP was de-scoped to not include any of that, and the funding was instead redirected to a single trunk line to an adjacent neighborhood. With the help and support of Mayor Pro Tem Martha Castix-Tatum, who spoke on this issue with the City Council back in October, we've been able to get our streets back into the CIP. However, they're not slated to be it's not slated to be started until 2028, with a possible completion of 2030, and only if there's funding. Mayor Whitmire, our streets were deemed the worst of the worst 13 years ago in 2010, and now are crumbling and buckling beneath our feet. Because of this open CIP, there's been no maintenance at all on our streets for the last 10 years, and they've become dangerous for the 1/4 of the residents that are seniors, a lot of whom are permanently disabled and can't really use the streets as they should be used. Mayor Turner, you agreed to help us move forward, Mayor Turner agreed to help us move forward with this before he left, and we're grateful that the city again has promised to do this update. We've heard these promises before in 2010, 13, 16, 17, and 21, but we feel like waiting until 2030 until anything is done seems crazy. 20 years after it was supposed to originally be done, 80 years after the neighborhood was originally built, seems a little hard to swallow. Mayor Whitmire, one of your focuses for the campaign was infrastructure, so we're hoping you can make this right. Will you please help us get our streets updated as soon as possible, get us back in the queue where we were in line originally? We'd appreciate it. Thank you. The residents of Westridge.
First of all, let me say I got here as quick as I could, okay? And we will address this. I understand Public Works is going to be at your January 23rd Civic
correct.
Club, so we'll monitor the outcome of that discussion, but I yield to Mayor Pro Tem Castix-Tatum.
Thank you, Mr. Sarkar, for being here. We've had extensive communication from your neighbors via email, and Mayor, you may have seen those come through because I noticed that they've started sending them to your office as well. So we appreciate the engagement from your neighbors. From what we were told when the change originally happened, Public Works has changed the way that they were moving forward with those CIP projects, and we know that your neighborhood had been waiting on that prior to me even being in office. And so the change in the process, Mayor, is what triggered this change. So instead of fixing the drainage underneath the streets, which would require us to also repair streets, the drainage is being fixed, realigned a different way. And so now the street repair has been moved to a phase 2 of the project. And it seems very unfair for the residents who have been raising money to put in improved street lights and all of the repairs that you are anticipating to continue waiting for, to now have to be pushed back to 2028. I have spoken with Public Works. We are planning to be at your meeting on the 23rd. We've expressed that to your neighborhood president. So I'm bringing the team who made the decision so that they can explain to you why these changes happened and what we need to do and how we can try to remedy this and get this project done as soon as possible. Because I agree, we have not improved that area because this has been on the CIP. And so for years, we've worked around the area and improved the area because this has been on the CIP. And for now that the time is here, to have to wait an additional amount of time, it's very unfair. And so we are working with, and we'll work with this administration to try to make sure that we can accommodate the residents and improve these streets in your neighborhood. So I hope to see you at the meeting on the 23rd, where we can answer your questions in depth and really try to devise a plan with the stakeholders in the neighborhood and work with the Public Works Department and the administration to try to expedite what you've been waiting for 13 years.
Appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll keep it on the front burner.
Appreciate it. Thank you for your time. And also good work on keeping us all safe during the freeze. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.